subscriptions up. And I hope the comments are working in Facebook. Again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would appreciate it very much. And we're got 25. We need 50 to be able to get more live time. And it looks to me like 7 o'clock, so hang on for a second. Let me make sure comments are working. All right. Well, all right. Well, here we go. Is this frequency in use? Good evening, Bunny, Austin, also known as Clay. Eric, good to see you on there. This is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha, net control for the Middle Tennessee Simplex net. This is net number 167. My name is Ricky and I'm located in Portland, Tennessee. Stations with emergency or priority traffic can break in any time. If we should have any emergency or priority traffic, we'll put the net on hold and help in any way we can. This net meets every Thursday at 7 p.m. You can also find us live on Facebook. All you have to do is go to Middle Tennessee Simplex 147555. Type it in just like that. We're live right now. Also, we have a YouTube channel. Hope you all go over there, hit subscribe. This is an open topic net and is open to all FCC licensed amateur radio operators. The purpose of this net is to have fun and promote amateur radio use. If I do not acknowledge your call, please try again. Once again, any licensed amateur radio operator is welcome to check in. We do ask that you please follow all FCC Part 97 rules and regulations when identifying your station. We'll start the net tonight with announcements. If you have an announcement, call now. Alright, not hearing anything. I do have a couple of announcements for you. Don't forget, we do support a couple of the other Simplex nets in the area. One's out of Bowling Green on frequency 146430 on Tuesdays and Friday nights at 7:30. The other one's in Mount Juliet on frequency 146.415 Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 o'clock. Don't forget on Sunday, the Mid-10 phone net. They start out on 10 meters on 28.415, and that's at 8 o'clock on Sundays. Again, Mid-10 phone net 28.415 at 8 o'clock on Sunday evenings. Also on Sundays at 6 o'clock is the weekend wind down net, and you can find that on the W4LKZ linked repeater system. You can find a list of all the linked repeaters at www.scara.net. On Mondays on that same linked repeater system is the roundtable net that starts at 7 o'clock. So I hope to hear you all over there on Mondays at 7 o'clock. All right, that's it for me. If anybody else has announcements, call now. I knew that would happen. Trying to center myself in the picture there. All right. Okay, well, I'm not hearing any other announcements. Tonight's trivia question. I hope we get some participation. I'm going to go ahead and give you the question right now, and then that way you can comment either on the comments on Facebook or you can comment on the radio. The question is which state produces the most pickling type cucumbers? And I always give you multiple choices so that you have a chance to guess, opportunities to guess. So let's go with Florida is one, Georgia is another, South Carolina, or Michigan. So if whichever one you think produces the most pickling type cucumbers. There's a question, and you can give me your answer, and I'll let you know the answer to the question later before we close the net. All right, I want to go ahead and recognize Eric, KK4 RJ Victor, that's Kilo 4 Romeo Juliet Victor. Thank you for checking in. We are going to go ahead and start taking check-ins. Let's do no traffic check-ins first. So if you have no traffic and you just want to get in and out, call now. Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu. Kevin, barely hear you tonight. How you doing? All right, hey, before you go, do you want to answer the trivia question? Well, the question is which state produces the most pickling type cucumbers? The choices are Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, or Michigan. All right, Kevin, I tell you what, we're having a hard time hearing you tonight. So if you want, you can follow along live on Facebook. All you got to do is type in Middle Tennessee Simplex 147555, and you can comment on there if you want to answer the question. I couldn't hear what you were saying. Conditions are not that great tonight. Jason is checking in. That's Kilo Golf 4 Bravo Mike Hotel. He's checking in, says he can barely hear me tonight. Also, we got Kilo Delta 2 Juliet Papa checking in. So evidently the conditions are not good tonight, but we're going to go ahead and try to get a net in anyway. Hopefully we get some participation on the trivia question. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can't get some more check-ins. Check-ins. Call now.
Kilo Delta 4, South Oscar, November. No traffic.
All right, Danny, I got a good copy on you. Kilo Delta 4, Golf Oscar, November. You want to take a stab at the question tonight?
No, I was totally wrong. I cheated. I looked it up, but no, I ain't going to. But you found about the things you always do, so I guess it's just conditions then.
Yeah, roger that. Both of Jason and Kevin, they're both out east towards Lebanon in that direction, so maybe the conditions are worse out that way.
All right, well, you have a good night. Did you get me last week? I posted on the website, but I don't know if I did it at the right spot.
Actually, you were my first check-in. I got you in.
Oh, okay. I went to the Nashville meeting, so I couldn't be here.
Oh, that's all right. It's all good. I mean, I got you checked in, and just getting a number on my in my logbook, that makes me happy. So I do appreciate you taking the time out to check in.
All right. Well, good luck with your trivia there, and I'll catch you next time, Kitty Portland.
All right, while we were talking, we had Mickey checking in, Kilo November 4, Whiskey Lima Mike. I hope he can hear me. Whether you check in over the radio or check in on the comments on Facebook, if you want to answer the question to which state produces the most pickling type cucumbers. Again, that's Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, or Michigan. And if you want to answer that question, you can do that in the comments on Facebook too. All right, we're still taking check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, call now.
K4WC.
Well. Good evening, Steve. I hope you're doing well.
I'm not doing too bad. My foot's hurting a little bit, but what's new, right?
Oh man, that's our life now.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, I'm going to be in here a short time, so let me go ahead and answer the question. I'm going to say South Carolina.
Okay, well, you'll have to wait a little bit. It may not be too long, but I'm going to wait a few minutes and try to get some more answers before I give the right answer. But that's a good guess. South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, or Michigan. And thank you for checking in. Just a quick update. How's your wife's father doing?
Well, we went out and saw him today. He looked all right. He didn't look like he was feeling very well, but it was a good visit anyway.
All right, well, we're going to continue to keep your family lifted up in prayer.
All right, Ricky, I appreciate it. 73s, and thanks for the shameless plug earlier. I'm sure you did it. I didn't hear you.
Oh, yeah, I did it. I no problem. I'll support the net best I can.
All talk to you all later. K4WT.
All right, that was Kilo 4, Whiskey Kilo Uniform, and while we were talking, we had Mickey answered the question. That was Kilo November 4, Whiskey Lima Mike. He said Georgia. So, Mickey, good guess, and I'll give you the answer here in a little bit. So we've got one for Georgia, one for South Carolina. And hopefully we'll get some more guesses. And then again, I'll give you the right answer towards closer to the end of the net. All right, we're still taking check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, call now.
K4BWA, KI4SIB.
Wow, Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo. Richard, I got a good copy on you, and you're over there in that Lebanon area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing? Been a while.
Well, I am happy to say it's getting better. I'm actually feeling better, getting around better, getting a little stronger. Been going to therapy, so they've been helping me with my balance and getting up and down. So yeah, I can't complain.
Well, that's great. I don't guess anybody's told you about my situation, but last September the 5th, I went into the hospital for emergency gallbladder surgery, and finally came home on December the 22nd. So I was in Vanderbilt Hospital or some medical facility the entire time, and I'm on the mend myself, so I can sympathize with you to a point.
Yeah, Roger that. Well, July the 1st of this year, I ended up in the hospital for about 3 days. I had a mini stroke, and they ended up, that's what they sent me to the therapy, because after that, man, I tell you what, my balance, strength, everything was gone. I was just almost wheelchair bound at the time, because everything just wasn't wanting to work like it's supposed to. And it was a hard go for me. So yeah, it was like having to start all over again. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. The older you get, those hills are getting a little harder to climb, ain't they?
Absolutely. The thing about it was I had to have my gallbladder removed, and in the process of doing that, the doctor that did it did damage to my liver. A couple of bowel ducts he nicked.
Ooh,
and I had to go to downtown Vanderbilt, and now they wound up taking out half my liver, and now I got to have 2 stents put in my heart, and so far I'm batting 1,000 day out. I had to put the crash cart outside my hospital room door twice, and so I'm on the mend. I'm getting better every darn day, every darn week, and I intend to, and I'm just not going to let this get me down nor keep me down. So I worked Wilson County, Tennessee State Fair in our amateur radio trailer out there every day last week. Me and a buddy of mine skipped the fair on the first Saturday it was open. Went to Huntsville, Alabama, and I was all over that ham fest down there like a spider monkey. So I was pushing the envelope but feeling my oats and doing the best I could do with what I had to do with.
Roger that. Well, hey, you're not letting it get you down, and you're keep on moving. I do remember when you were in the hospital and things weren't going so well. I mean, there was several prayer groups going for you. There was a lot of nets that had you lifted up. So, it's good. God is good, and prayer works.
Absolutely. I'm very humbled by all that, and I do not, nor will I take it for granted. I feel very blessed to have had the people praying for me that I did, and some of them are still continuing to pray for me. And I'm just trying to make sure their prayers are not taken for granted and not heeded, and I'm doing everything I can do to get myself back in shape.
Amen. Hey, I'm gonna put you on my prayer list too, and keep you lifted up, that you continue to keep getting better and better and better.
Well, I'm gonna do the same for you. You take care of yourself. I get out of the way. I know you got a net to run. Good to talk to you, and we'll talk again here before long. KI4S, I'll be back to net 7-3. God bless you, sir.
Well, before you go, do you want to take a stab at the trivia question we got out tonight?
Go ahead. What is it?
All right. Well, which state produces the most pickling type cucumbers? And I always give multiple choice, so we're going to go with Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, or Michigan.
Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, and Michigan. That's chewy. Hang on, let me think about that for a minute.
All right, don't Google.
No, I don't even know how to Google that, but old dog new tricks, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, 3 of them are southern states, and 1 of them is not. I don't know that the climate would be conducive in Michigan to growing a whole lot of cucumbers. So I'm going to say Florida.
Okay, all right. Well, that's 1 for Florida, 1 for Georgia, and 1 for South Carolina. And we'll see. Just hang out, listen, and I'll give the answer towards the end of the net.
Good enough. I'll be here for a little while. KI4SIB standing by. Thank you, sir.
God bless you, Richard. All right, while we were talking, Richard and I, Brock checked in, Kilo 4 Bravo Tango November. He's having trouble with his radio, so he came in through the comments. Anyway, he said he tried checking in, and I do ask that you do try, if you have a radio, try to check in over the radio, but you can't get in. Hey, I'll take it through the comments. Just as long as you get in and I get you in the books, it's all right with me. All right, we're taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Call now. All right, this is K4BWA. We're taking check-ins to the Middle Tennessee Simplex Net. Call now. Come on now, I hear you trying to get in.
KR4 DXL, Ben up here in Portland. How you doing tonight, Ricky?
Well, you know, I had a feeling that was you. It was coming through so clear and so with great clarity, Ben. I knew it either had to be somebody up here in Portland or somebody close by with a good antenna and a good radio. Kilo Romeo 4 Delta X-Ray Lima, Ben. I'm doing well, getting better every day.
Good deal. Yeah, sorry about that. A second ago, I dropped the radio. I was trying to pick it up in between the couch and the side table.
Oh, okay. So every time you was kind of grabbing it, you was keying down. I get it.
Yes, sir. And what was the question again this evening? Was it something about cucumbers?
Okay. Well, yeah. Since we did what was it, pumpkins last week, I figured I'd go ahead and stay with produce. And the question tonight is, which state produces the most pickling type cucumbers in the United States? And as always, I give multiple choice, but I'm going to make it a little bit harder. I've got 4 different states. One of them is Florida. The other one is Georgia. Another one is South Carolina. And then the last one is Michigan.
I'm going to go with Michigan on this one.
Okay, well you going against the odds then, because the last one that just checked in not too long ago, I believe it was either Richard or I can't remember who else was checking in. I can't remember who it was now, but one said there was all lower states in the south and then only one up in the north. So he was trying to reason it out, I guess. So yeah, you're going against the odds for sure. You got 3 states in the south and 1 in the north, and you got Michigan. So far we've got 1 in every state. Everybody has at least picked 1. So somebody's going to get it right.
Yes, sir. Well, I was trying to think of different soil content, and I know Florida is awfully sandy, and it's kind of the same with South Carolina. It just really depends on Georgia and Michigan. And I was like, I was going to shoot my shot in the dark and just go with Michigan on that one.
Well, that's a good guess, and reasoning out is, that's good. If you don't know the answer, your best way to, if you're going to do multiple choice, which I like to put out there for you, is to, try to think about terrain and weather and all of that, and that kind of helps you, come up with the right answer.
Oh, yeah. But I'm glad to hear you're doing good, and have we had a bunch of people checking in this evening?
Well, they've been coming in a little slow, but we got one more. Eddie has just checked in, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray, and he put us at number 12.
Pretty good night for the weather we got.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, conditions isn't the best. I had trouble hearing a couple of stations that I normally hear. Jason over there in Livingston, I can usually hear him, but I'm not hearing him at all, and he can barely hear me, if he's hearing me at all. And Kevin over in Lebanon, let's see, that was, let me get back to it, KM4 MIZ, no, KG4MIZ, Kevin. I normally hear him well, but I barely could pull him out tonight.
I got you. Good deal. I'm going to let you get back at it. I got to go handle something real quick. So 7-3 to the group, and it's good talking to you, Ricky. I'll be watching along on Facebook to find out that answer.
Roger that, and I hope to give the answer and maybe a little follow-up statistic to go along with that. So thank you for checking in, Ben. God bless you and your family. And that brings us to needing some more check-ins. So if you're out there and buy a radio, please check in now.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Quebec Lima.
Well, good evening, Dalton. I tell you what, I was thinking somebody might have been trying to key up with you. It was a little crazy there at first. But I got a good copy on you for sure. There is nothing wrong with your signal.
Roger that. Yeah, I'll stand by for see if anybody else can get in there. Go ahead.
All right, taking check-ins. Anybody anywhere, call now. All right, Dalton, that might have been just you. It was doing something a little crazy right when you started keying up, so it might have been just Mike, your mic doing something, but it was a little bit odd. But anyway, Dalton, how are you doing tonight?
Good evening, Ricky. Everybody on the net. This is KQ4OQL. Not a whole lot going on. Just realized it was after 7 on this fine Thursday afternoon. Figured I'd walk in the shack, see what we got going on this evening. Go ahead.
Well, I got a very good trivia question, and I know it's a good trivia question because of the fact that we've got 4 answers, we've got multiple choices, and each one was different. So everybody's guessing, and you want to take a stab at it?
Well, since we're here, you might as well. Go ahead.
All right. Well, the question is which state in the United States produces the most pickling type cucumbers? And your choices are Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, or Michigan.
Well, we're going to fly off the handle on that one, and I'm going to say South Carolina. So, yeah, I'm not, honestly, I have no clue. You got to love the random trivia. Go ahead.
Well, you know that it's pretty random, and it's something that you normally wouldn't think of. You think of cucumbers, but this isn't just a cucumber. It's a special type of cucumber, so that makes it a little bit harder. And so we got 2 for South Carolina, 1 for Michigan, and 1 for Georgia. 1 for Florida, 2 for South Carolina, 1 for Georgia, and 1 for Michigan. That's right.
Well, fantastic. Sound like you got a good net there going. And like I said, not a whole lot going on. Just finishing up some supper, hanging out in the shack, and seeing what we can't do. So, with that being said, waiting on the weekend, trying to see what we can muster up. Fantastic 3-day weekend. So, anyways, other than that, about all I got going on. So I'm going to turn it back to you, Ricky, and say 73 the group from Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Quebec Lima.
All right. Well, if you wasn't able to hear Dalton, Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Quebec Lima, I do encourage you to go to Facebook, follow along live. That makes it to where you don't even have to miss a thing. If I hear it, you'll hear it. So hopefully everybody, if you don't have Facebook, I do record it and put it on YouTube, so you can always catch the net on YouTube. And while you're there, hit subscribe. We're trying to get 50 subscriptions, and that way we get some live time. And if I can get more live time, I'll be able to do live feeds. The net's live there also. So keep that in mind. If you're not a subscriber yet, please do so. All right. This is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha. Looking for check-ins. Check-ins. Call now. All right, before I give the answer, I'm going to try to get at least another check-in. If you're trying to get into the net tonight, please call now. Okay, well, we've sent out 2 calls without any response, so we're going to go ahead and do the answer. Well, if you picked Florida, and I can't remember who did, but if you picked Florida, they are a top producer of cucumbers, but they're not the top producer for pickling cucumbers. So regular cucumbers, they are a top producer in the United States. And if you picked Michigan, you are correct. Michigan produces the most pickling type cucumbers in the United States. And so go figure that. You know, their growth period is probably slow. And of course, you know, if you think about it, pickling type cucumbers are small. So their growing time is probably going to be a lot quicker. So it makes a little bit of sense. There you go, Ben. You got one right. All right, so we know who got it right. Ben, there you go, brother. That was a hard one. So that's not one of the trivias that you normally hear on most trivia questions. So consider, if you got that one right, you're doing good. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and maybe bring this net to a close. This is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha, and we're going to send out another call. If you want to get in before we close the book on this net, call now.
Kilo 4, Victor Alpha, Mike Galton, no traffic.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. You give me number 14 tonight, Kilo 4, Victor Alpha. Do appreciate you, brother. God bless. Anybody else want to get in? We're about to shut her down. Call now. All right, we're sending out last call, last call, last call. Anybody, anywhere, call now. All right, well, I tell you what, we had 14 check-ins, time duration of 40 minutes. At this time, I'm going to return this frequency back to its normal amateur radio use. I appreciate everybody that took the time out to check in tonight. This is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha, saying good night and God bless. All right, everybody. Thank you for following along live on Facebook. I do appreciate you all checking in and your comments and your support for that Facebook page. And hopefully you'll support the YouTube channel also. It's kind of a backup. I have it in place in case Facebook ever goes to acting crazy and deleting accounts. They've done it many a times. I've lost about 5 and so far. I'm such a bad guy, I guess. Anyway, we'll catch you next Thursday, and if you're not doing anything on Monday night, check out my other net at 7 o'clock on the W4LKZ linked repeater system, and we'll try to catch you then. Everybody, y'all be blessed. God bless you, and we'll catch you next time. Good night.